Great to have you. Thanks. It is the Joe Pag Show. 1-800-383-9624. Pleasure to have had Sheriff Clark on again. And I think he offers a lot of solutions. He offers great insight. He doesn't take any guff. I like it. We'll have him on as often as he'll allow us to have him on. Let me go back to the phone lines and say hi to Marilyn, who's in Bastrop, Texas. Hi, Marilyn. What's going on?
Hi, Joe. Good to talk to you.
Thanks.
And I enjoy hearing you interview the sheriff, but you know, boys, I'm kind of a simple person, and when I've analyzed this whole situation, it boils down to this. The whole solution is unsolvable in the sense that you're dealing with two emotions here, anger and then fear. And when either one of them rear their heads in a person, your rational thinking is overridden by the emotion that is, you know, that fear and anger create. So, like in the case of the police officers, I think in the majority of the cases, either it was, you know, they felt justified in the use of force,
Right.
or it was just a very bad call on their part. And then in the case of the rioters, well, they're angry about what they perceive to be as an injustice. And, of course, the media is going to pick up on this and, you know, fan the flames because it fits their narrative.
Well, I got to tell you, I want to stop you there because I want to disagree with you. I don't think that it is about anger. When I see the rioters, I don't think they're angry. I think they're out there doing it because they were waiting to do something. And I don't think they know the details of the case. I don't think they knew the guy. I don't think they knew the detail. I don't think they knew that the shooting, according to every witness, was because the man had a gun. I think they were looking for, oh, look at that. There's another shooting. Let's go break something. Let's go steal some big screen TVs at Walmart. I mean, that isn't out of anger. That's out of something else, man. I think that's out of some sense of I'm entitled to flex my muscles and tear up a car or injure a police officer. I'm entitled to go grab a free TV at Walmart because somebody was shot in the neighborhood somewhere. I don't think that's anger. I think that's something else. I think it's bad upbringing, to be honest with you.
Well, but I think it goes back to the way they become angry because they are fed and they're fueled and they're fed a lot of, you know, fed lies and garbage and assumptions.
Yeah.
And it goes back to right to the family, which could be directly traced back to this very racist policy of encouraging generational poverty. And,
I agree.
You know, you don't hear of hardworking middle class folks out there riding and beating up on the police. I mean, they're out working. They don't have time to go do this kind of thing. And you know, they're trying to put food on the table for their families. They're working maybe sometimes people working 2 or 3 jobs. And that's the problem. That's has nothing to do with race, creed, or color. If you're hardworking and you have good intentions, you're not going to participate in that kind of behavior.
No, Marilyn, I agree with you. I really do, and I appreciate you calling in. I think that you make some very good points. As the sheriff said, and as I agree with, the vast majority of black people in America don't want to do what we saw on that video from last night in Charlotte. The vast majority of people in that very neighborhood didn't do what we saw on that video out of Charlotte. This is not a race thing. You're black, so therefore you do this, or you're white, therefore you do that. It's not what it's about. It's about a very small segment of the community waiting for a reason. And what I'm trying to figure out is why. Why are they waiting for a reason? What do they think that they're entitled to do because of what they're thinking in their heads? One quick one. Tom got 30 seconds. Do it. Let's go.
Hey, Joe. How are you?
I'm living the dream, my friend, but I've got very little time. Go ahead.
Okay. Specifically in Charlotte, I think those guys had just gone over the edge because if you remember probably a year or two ago, there was an African-American guy that got shot while he was trying to obey what the police officer was telling him to do. And so I think those guys out there in Charlotte have just probably boiled over. Now, the knuckleheads who were stealing stuff and doing that, that's not right.
Right.
But you ask maybe why had it gotten to that point in Charlotte, and I think there's going to be a past pattern and practice in history that has forced these people to say enough is enough.
Well, I disagree. And I got Tom, I love you. I got to run here. It's too bad because it sounds like it's going to be just a remarkable call, but I get where you're coming from. I think that there is a pattern and whatever you said in past in history that suggests to them that things are not what they really are today. And I'll explain that more when we come back. If you've got the media and Obama and the government telling you that it's this way, you're just going to believe it. Got to go on TV. We continue on radio. See you.